of this. Topanga, how do you feel about sex?
Great anywhere, anytime.
I'll kill you! You can't kill me, I'm half your grade.
If Season 1 of Boy Meets World was a safe suburban warm hug, Season 2 was the exact moment where the series grew up and realized childhood was officially over. When September 1994 rolled around, ABC didn't just pick up where they left off. They ripped off the cozy Band-Aid almost overnight. The innocent 6th grade world of trading cards, contraband radios, and low-stakes elementary school problems completely evaporated. In its place, 7th grade hit like a freight train.
Cory, look at where you live. Look at where I live. Look at your parents. Look at my parents. I know where I'm going to end up. Just let me get there now.
Shawn!
Just let me
Now,
get...
to be clear, Season 2 wasn't suddenly a dark drama overnight. It was still an hilarious 90s Friday night sitcom packed with goofy physical comedy, hairstyling gone wrong, and teenage absurdity. It certainly didn't reach the heavy angst-ridden territory that the series would eventually dive into in its later high school and college years. But make no mistake, Season 2 is the official loss of primary innocence.
You heard me. You want me? Take me. Everybody thinks you did it already, so go ahead and do it.
In came the chaotic hallways of John Adams High, leather jackets, and actual schoolyard bullies, and the harsh reality that real life wasn't always solved in 22 minutes. It's the season where Topanga stopped being an outer space hippie, where Mr. Feeney had to share the floor with the leather jacket wearing cool teacher, and most importantly, where Shawn Hunter's life went from comic relief to absolute heartbreak. This wasn't just a slight shift in tone, it was the ultimate transition year. Season 2 is the exact bridge where Boy Meets World stopped being just another cute kids show and started building its legacy of one of the most important coming-of-age series in television history.
I think he's saying that if he was someplace else, he wouldn't be here.
What? You saying I'm gay?
To understand how drastically Season 2 changed, you have to look at the decisions going on behind the scenes. Throughout Season 1, Stuart Minkus was easily one of the funniest parts of the show.
Go ahead. Make me wet.
Lee Norris brought so much energy to the role, turning what could have been a basic classmate into a scene stealer who constantly drove Shawn and Cory crazy, even though they were friends. But heading into 1994, ABC wanted Boy Meets World to target a slightly older audience on Friday nights. The producers felt that the primary school dynamic didn't really fit the tougher middle school environment they were built. So without explanation, Minkus just vanished.
Where are you going?
A plot hole that wouldn't be acknowledged until Season 5, when Lee Norris returned for the graduation finale.
4 years, it's like I haven't even been in the same school with you guys.
Well, you know, we just never saw you around.
I was just in the other part of the school.
What other part of the school?
You know, over there.
Well, we don't go there.
Yeah, you go over there, you may never come back.
Ah, that's crazy. Hey, Mr. Turner, wait up.
Instead of the elementary school drama, 7th grade brought actual trouble into the hallways. Enter Harley Kiner, played by Danny McNulty, along with his sidekicks Frankie, played by Ethan Suplee, and Joey the Rat Ratner. Harley wasn't just a fake TV bully, he was genuinely intimidating. He made Cory and Shawn realize that middle school came with real stakes. But things got flipped mid-season when Danny McNulty had to step away from the role due to personal health reasons. Rather than dropping the bully storyline altogether, the writers brought in Adam Scott as Griff Hawkins.
To be an English class. Can anyone tell me where the cafeteria is? Whoa. I believe you were first.
Who's this guy think he is?
Griff was totally different. A smooth-talking guy who ran the hallways with charm instead of his fist. It gave the school a completely new vibe that Season 1 probably would have had a hard time pulling off. The changes even reached the Matthews household. Morgan Matthews, played by Lily Nixay, appeared less frequently in Season 2 as the show began focusing more heavily on teenage storylines. While her role was smaller, Morgan was still an important part of the Matthews family dynamic as the series continued evolving alongside its characters.
I'll share my worms with him.
While the move to high school changed the show's setting, the biggest addition to Season 2 happened inside the classroom. The arrival of Anthony Tyler Quinn as English teacher Jonathan Turner completely changed the dynamic of the series.
They give all the teachers students. I'm Jonathan Turner. You can call me Mister. You're late.
And somehow, it felt like he always belonged there. Turner fit into the world of Boy Meets World so naturally, he didn't feel like a new character. He felt like someone who'd always been missing. On paper, Turner could have easily become a stereotypical 90s teacher. He rode a motorcycle, was a trained martial artist, and had much more unconventional approach to teaching than the adults Cory and Shawn were used to. But the show gave him much more depth. Turner challenged his students in creative ways, like having them compare X-Men comic books with the Odyssey, proving that he wasn't just trying to be the fun teacher, he genuinely cared about reaching his students.
Assignment is to read the Odyssey and this issue of X-Men.
Finally! A cool teacher.
My friend Mr. Matthews will lead the discussion on the similarities and the differences.
Feeney with an arrow.
More importantly, Turner didn't replace Mr. Feeney, he complimented him. Where Feeney represented tradition, discipline, and years of wisdom, Turner represented a more modern and relatable understanding of teenagers. Feeney was now the principal of John Adams High, carrying the responsibility of running the school.
My life can't get any worse.
Wrong again. Mr. Baboon.
Mr. Feeney?
The legend continues.
While Turner was directly in the classroom, dealing with the students every day. Both men cared deeply about Cory and Shawn, but they approached mentorship from different angles. Cory and Shawn already had a meaningful relationship with Mr. Feeney, but Turner connected with Shawn in a different way.
Uncle Mike, this guy's my teacher. You hurt him, I hurt you.
Feeney often challenged Shawn to rise above his circumstances and make better choices, while Turner was able to meet Shawn where he was.
You know, it's not that Shawn is actually a bad kid, you know.
Machine will get it. Go on.
I know how easy it is to act up when your family just isn't there for you.
He saw past the attitude and understand there was more going on beneath Shawn's rebellious image. The connection made Turner's relationship with Shawn feel completely natural. Feeney and Turner shared the same goal, helping Cory and Shawn become better people. Together, they created one of the strongest mentor dynamics in the entire series.
Mr. Matthews, Mr. Hunter, am I to understand that you've heard all this and are now going home to open a book?
Yeah, we heard him loud and clear. He was talking right to us.
I believe we said $20.
Yeah.
If Season 1 treated romance as more of a background element, Season 2 threw Cory, Shawn, and the rest of the group directly into the confusing world of teenage relationships. High school brought an entirely new set of expectations. Suddenly, dating, popularity, and figuring out where you fit in became a major part of growing up. For Cory Matthews especially, Season 2 became a crash course in understanding what relationships actually meant.
But if I can't use Eric's method, then how do I get a girl to say hi?
Cory,
Yeah?
what did you know about girls before your brother's excellent advice?
I didn't know anything.
Why don't you just go with that?
Cory's first real relationship experience came with Wendy, and it quickly showed how inexperienced he was when it came to dating. Cory was entering a new world in high school, where relationships suddenly seemed like a major part of everyone's lives. Seeing other students date, he wanted to understand what all the excitement was about, but he was still immature and didn't fully understand what it actually meant to be in a relationship.
This is wonderful, Cory. Is it okay if I go tell my friends?
Sure, and I'll tell all of mine. Shawn! Hey, look at me. I'm a couple.
That becomes obvious when Wendy starts taking things much more seriously than Cory is prepared for. When Wendy visits the Matthews house and starts talking about their future together, including marriage and kids, Cory realizes they aren't necessarily looking at the relationship the same way.
Tradition alive.
3 kids, what do you think of that, Gramps?
Ultimately, Wendy is the one who ends things, giving Cory one of the first real experiences with heartbreak and showing him that relationships require more than just liking someone. It also helps set up the difference between Cory's early dating experiences and what eventually develops with Topanga. With Wendy, Cory is still trying to understand relationships. With Topanga, he still slowly discovers a connection built on something much deeper.
I need a quote to go with your picture unless you still want to go with Ra.
Well, what'd you put for you?
I do my thing and you do your thing. You are you and I am I. And if in the end we end up together, it's beautiful.
Put the same for me.
Cory's dating struggles continued when dating Harley Kiner's sister, TK.
I'm Teresa. My friends call me TK.
Unlike Wendy, where Cory was at least trying to understand what a relationship meant, his connection with TK was much more one-sided. TK clearly had a stronger interest in Cory, while Cory was still unsure of what he actually wanted. This becomes more obvious during the time in the car together, where TK is clearly pushing the relationship further while Cory struggles to keep up with the relationship. While Harley unexpectedly walks in, Cory finds himself trapped in another awkward high school situation that he isn't emotionally prepared for. The storyline showed another example of Cory learning that relationships were much more complicated than simply having someone like him. At this point, he was still trying to understand the difference between attention, attraction, and the real connection. But while Cory was struggling through these early experiences, the show was continuing to develop the relationship that would define the entire series, his connection to Topanga.
It's not like I don't care about you.
You will kill the one girl who cares for you.
Listen to me. You can't care for me, okay? If you do, only harm will come to you. It'll never work out between the two of us.
Cory, get a grip. We're only going to a Halloween party.
Yeah, that's how it starts. Then we get married, have kids, and I eat them.
Season 1 had already planted the early seeds of Cory and Topanga's relationship, showing that there was something different about the way they connected. But Season 2 was where those moments started becoming much clearer path towards something more. Topanga began evolving beyond the eccentric girl from Cory's class. Danielle Fishel's character became much more confident, grounded, and emotionally complex, while Cory started realizing that there was something special about their bond.
Still here.
Yeah, my date wanted to go to the oyster house.
So how come you didn't go with him?
I was enjoying watching you.
Come on, we were horrible. We stank. I played the name game.
I didn't think it was so bad.
The relationship wasn't rushed. The show let it develop through a series of small, meaningful moments. In the episode Who's Afraid of Cory Wolf, Cory's fear of turning into a werewolf becomes a clever metaphor for the awkwardness of growing up, ending with the sweet kiss between him and Topanga.
I'm not a wolf. I'm not a wolf.
Yes, you are.
Just a few episodes later, and Fear Strikes Out raises the stakes even further. After Cory freezes during a game of 7 Minutes in Heaven, he takes Topanga to a local coffee house where the romantic atmosphere leads to another kiss.
Nibble.
What's interesting, though, is that the show still refuses to make them an official couple. In fact, the very next episode after Fear Strikes Out is Sister Teresa, where Cory begins a relationship with TK, which can feel a little confusing considering the emotional progress he and Topanga just had, but that was the reality of Season 2 of Boy Meets World. Cory and Topanga were clearly building towards something, even if the show wasn't ready to commit to it yet. Instead, the series let the connection slowly grow in the background, creating the foundation for a relationship that would eventually define Boy Meets World.
Where do you think Cory's gonna end up in 10 years?
You mean me, don't you?
That's what I said.
No, you said Cory.
I did not.
You like him.
I do not. You say that again, I will kill you.
You like him a lot.
Of course, Cory wasn't the only one trying to navigate relationships. Shawn Hunter approached dating much differently.
Do this twice in a row.
Shawn, it's so strange. I was just thinking about you.
And that's without conditioner.
While Cory was often awkward and unsure, Shawn was much more comfortable socially and attracted plenty of attention at John Adams High.
You're right. See ya.
Where are you going?
I'm off to meet girls. I've got a 30-foot range.
Is that you, Shawn?
Get
His
out.
relationships with girls like Stacy and Linda showed Shawn's popularity and confidence, but they were still mostly part of the larger story of Shawn figuring himself out during his early high school years.
How do you know if you're in love?
Well, love is the most amazing, rare, and precious thing in the whole world.
Have you ever fallen in love?
5 times a day.
While Cory, Shawn, and Topanga were navigating the ups and downs of high school, Eric Matthews was going through a transition of his own. One thing that's easy to forget about early Boy Meets World is that Eric wasn't yet the over-the-top comedic character many fans remember from the later seasons. In Season 2, Eric was still a grounded, believable teenager.
For an excuse to never get the grades that I know you're capable of getting.
I'm not capable.
And they're just grades.
Just grades. Oh, well.
He was funny, confident, and charming, but he was also dealing with many of the same challenges that come with growing up.
All students feel anxiety going into their college boards. But there's no way around it. They're very important.
Mr. Feeney, I'm not ready.
As a junior at John Adams High, Eric was juggling SAT tests, school, girls, and the uncertainty that comes starting to think about life after graduation. Those storylines made Eric feel so relatable in a way that was so unique to the early years of the series.
I wanted to earn the grade myself, to prove to myself I was smart.
Why? You've got so much else going for you. You're charming, you're funny, you've got these kissable little dimples.
Hey. You don't think I can earn a good grade by myself, do you?
Even when Eric and Cory drove each other crazy, like most brothers do, Eric was always there when it mattered.
Guess I am.
Guess again.
What are you doing here?
I have no idea. But I do know that I'm not going to stand by and let you beat up somebody that I don't even know at all.
Whether it was stepping in when Harley Kiner threatened Cory or offering advice when his younger brother needed it, Eric constantly showed that beneath the teasing, he genuinely cared about him. Season 2 captured Eric at an interesting point in his development. He wasn't the exaggerated comic relief he would later become, but he also wasn't simply Cory's older brother. He was beginning to find his own identity, making him an important part of the show's transition into the high school years.
Feeney! Cory, get out of that car. It's not safe. You'll kill yourself. Mr. Feeney, enjoy the ride.
At the start of season 2, Shawn was still the class troublemaker, pulling pranks, changing the welcome banner so it read,
Feeney.
Cory takes blame and accepts 5 days of detention to protect his best friend. Even after a guilty Shawn admits what happened to Mr. Feeney, Cory still has to serve the punishment. A funny moment that also showed how loyal their friendship had become.
He refused to rat you out, Mr. Hunter, and he now faces a week of detention in your honor. But the punishment for not being caught, Mr. Hunter, is far, far worse.
I did it, Mr. Feeney.
But as the season went on, the writers stopped treating Shawn's rebellious behavior as just comedy and started exploring where it came from. Later in the season, his mother abandoned the family, and before long, Chet leaves in search of her, leaving 14-year-old Shawn completely on his own.
So, Shawn, where are you staying until your father gets back?
Oh, a great place. My dad gave me some money, so I'm staying at the motel down the street.
The one down on 7th?
It was one of the first times Boy Meets World allowed one of its main characters to carry a storyline with genuine emotional weight. When Alan and Amy discover Shawn's been living by themselves, they immediately open their home to him. But despite the Matthews family kindness, Shawn can't shake the feeling that he doesn't belong.
None of you want me. Well, that's fine. I don't need any of you. I never needed anybody.
Shawn, it's not that we don't want you.
Living with Cory's family only reminds him everything that's missing from his own, and he eventually runs away.
Hunter, look, this really isn't a good time.
You're telling me.
That's where Jonathan Turner makes a decision that defies his character. Instead of simply being Shawn's teacher, Turner opens up his home, giving him a place to stay.
Work through here, but I just need to find a place to sleep, okay?
I'll do you one better. How about I give you a home?
What, your place?
Yeah, my place.
It was a remarkable act of compassion that completely changed the relationship. Turner wasn't just a cool teacher anymore. He became the stable adult Shawn desperately needed at the lowest point of his life. The bond between Shawn and Turner would go on to become one of the defining relationship of Boy Meets World high school years. It proved the series was capable of telling stories with real emotional depth while never losing the heart that made audiences fall in love with it in the first place.
George, weren't you in back when you left? Talk to me.
At one point, I was thrown forward out of the car. I had to run in front of the car.
Season 2 wasn't just a transition period for Boy Meets World. It was the season where the show truly found its identity. By taking risks with its characters, raising the emotional stakes, and expanding its world, it laid the foundation for everything the series would become. It turned a simple middle school sitcom into a story about growing up that resonated with an entire generation.
Matthews. You just can't accept the fact that Cory and I are growing up.
Alright guys, and I think that's pretty much season 2 for the most part. Before we go, just want to add a few notes in here. First, I know we didn't get to spend a ton of time talking about Amy and Alan in this video, but Betsy Randall and William Russ truly were the backbone of Boy Meets World. They gave us some of the most genuine, memorable parenting moments ever seen on 90s TV, specifically in season 2 as well.
It's only because you left out the most important thing you do.
What's that?
What you do after work. I mean, around here, for us, for our friends.
Ah, Cor, that's nothing.
It's everything, Dad. I mean, I was thinking I was the son of a grocer, but now I know what I really am is, well, the son of my father.
Also, we had to mention the legendary alternative universe Harley Kiner. One episode, Harley was played by a completely different actor, and if you blinked, you probably missed it. It's one of those weird little pieces of Boy Meets World history that still makes fans laugh today. I also wanted to quickly clarify something about Minkus leaving the show. I know that I mentioned the series was moving away from these younger kid dynamics as Cory, Shawn, and the group got older, but there's another interesting piece of behind-the-scenes context. On Pod Meets World, the cast discussed how the success of characters like Steve Urkel on Family Matters made networks more cautious about supporting characters becoming bigger than the main cast. While there's no proof Minkus was becoming the next Urkel, it's an interesting piece of context that adds another layer to why the show moved in a different direction.